roll out of bed looking this good.
You stop it. I probably honestly look crazy. Like, there's no telling what my hair looks like.
Well, I don't think you sleep in earrings, so.
I did put my earrings on. This is a fun fact about me. I feel like I am naked without my earrings. Like, I have to have them on, or I just feel like something is incomplete. So even though I did just get out of bed a couple minutes ago, I did put my earrings in. And I did run a brush through my hair since, you know, I'm gonna be hanging out with you guys. But we have not even had coffee yet. So we're needing our coffee this morning. But I thought it would be fun to do like a what I eat in a day, like very realistic, just hang out with me and Bunky all day. And we're gonna make breakfast, lunch, and dinner with you guys and just show you what we're gonna be eating this morning. I'm so excited. You guys have probably heard us talk about the Everyday Market. It's in our like little downtown area. And I know I've showed y'all before too. They have our very favorite breakfast. It's like a bacon, soft scrambled egg, and cheese on a croissant. And y'all, is it not magical, Bunky?
It actually, you got it first by yourself.
Yeah.
Because I'll get like a baked good sometimes. And when I tried it though, that one day, I was equally as blown away.
It's just a bacon, egg, and cheese, okay? But it's the way that eggs are a soft scramble. It is that croissant. It's flaky, buttery, yummy. I have my Walgreen croissants, so you know they're gonna be epic. It's gonna be so good. So anyways,
I cannot wait to see those things grow.
They're the best. Bunky got us the thickest cut bacon I think I've ever seen.
Yeah. I've never bought this before that was double thick cuts.
I'm gonna go ahead and get our bacon in the oven so we can get this cooking, and then we're making coffee. Okay, so for our coffee maker, lots of y'all have asked which coffee machine we got. This is a Philips, what is it, Bunk?
A Latte Go 3300, I believe. 3300
Latte Go, and we have enjoyed it so much. You can do espresso coffee, iced coffee, cappuccino, latte macchiato, and then you can also just get like hot water out of here. I feel like on camera this is lighting up. I'm sorry if that's annoying to look at. And then you can choose like how strong you want it. You can choose how much water you want it to use or how concentrated you want it to be. And then there also is like a milk frother that this will like heat up and give you a lot of foam on your coffee if you like that. So anyway, we have really enjoyed it. So I just have my little like espresso glass down here to catch the espresso, and then I do 2 shots, and then I'm gonna hit start. Okay, so there is my actual coffee, and then I got my own little kind of plastic cup coffee set up off of Amazon. So I have my lid, and then it also comes with like individually wrapped straws. So it's literally like having your own little coffee shop at home. And then to make my coffee, y'all know I love the Monin syrups, and I do 1 pump of this salted caramel. Okay, so 1 pump of that. And then I have my organic dark maple syrup. And I don't know if an ounce is the right measurement because I always eyeball it, but I'll show you. I just kind of do a little zhuzh. Bunky's getting his day started working. So I'm making our coffees.
Before coffee. Maybe that's why I'm a little slow over here.
So then just add my espresso in there.
Pretty solid pour there, buddy.
Usually I spill it. Can we talk about this? Can you tell them what you've been calling me?
I've been calling you Bunny.
For weeks now, Bunk has not been calling me Bunky. He's been calling me Bunny.
Just Bunny.
It is actually so endearing.
Yeah, and then you've just been calling me Monkey.
Because, you know, a bunky is a bunny and a monkey, for those of you who don't know.
Yeah. You know what I'm kind of doing, I think?
What?
I think I'm taking it back to the original intent of the name. Because you were the bunny.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I was calling you Bunny, Monkey, because you were a little bit of both. And then, I don't know, you started calling me Bunky too, and then here we are, now I'm Bunky too.
But now, like past couple of weeks, anytime Bunky is talking to me, he'll be like, Bunny, you stop. And it's so sweet. I love it. It makes me chuckle every time.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's fun. I think it's more fun just calling you Bunny.
Yeah. Now, normally we have whole milk, but because there was a snow day in the South, if you live here, you understand. If you don't, Southerners buy all the milk, eggs, and bread whenever there's a snow day. So this was all we could get. But I just fill my cup up like almost halfway with milk. I also got these fancy little espresso stirrers. And then I just mix that all together really good. Then I add all of my ice in. Now, you may be wondering why I do the ice last. And it's just something that I have found whenever I go to a coffee shop, I always see them put the ice in last. And I was doing it first and I felt like for some reason, I don't know why, but it's like if I added in my milk and coffee on top of the ice, it seems like it like melted the ice down faster. But it's like if I put the coffee and milk in first, stir that, and then add the ice, it stays colder. I don't know how to explain it or why, but it's just the way that it is.
Well, I feel like you're cooling down the fully mixed product.
Yeah. Last but not least, and one of my favorite parts of my coffee, I have my little salt shaker, and I do just like a little sprinkle of salt on top, and I cannot tell y'all, it's just something about it. It's like that little teeny bit of salty with that sweet. It's like the maple. Y'all, it's so good. Old Bunky is making his coffee. I'm gonna go ahead and get our croissants in the oven. Look at this. The way these things rise and get so flaky. Almost want to make all 4 of them.
Go ahead.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to take them with us tomorrow?
Those are, if they make it that long.
Yeah, we might just eat them today. Okay, we're making all 4.
Make sure they got plenty of room now.
Oh yeah. Thankfully, these are only in there for 30 seconds. I was like, wait, we forgot the parchment paper. So, well, he's gonna line
us up.
Yeah, I can pull them out.
I'm gonna set this over here.
This man is crazy.
Yeah, it's new. It's a new thing.
4 shots of espresso?
I just started doing this like a week ago.
Bunky!
I feel like I told you this though. When I make regular drip coffee in a coffee pot, like traditional coffee, and I drink all of that, I feel like it gives me more energy than drinking 2 shots of espresso. So I've upped it to 4, and I still feel like I'm good. Like I still feel like I'm good.
That's a little bit much.
But anyway, I have this chai tea concentrate. And I haven't even gotten the my ratios down quite right yet. But I figure that that's the equivalent of at least 1 pump, right?
Yeah.
That might have been what 2
It was
is.
2, I think.
So, okay, so that was maybe 3. Okay. Anyway, I do have the syrup in there, the hot espresso. Ooh, you know what I might do?
That would be good.
I'm actually just gonna go ahead and, since we have this and it's the end of it,
yeah,
I'm gonna go in with the half and half since we normally have whole milk anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna do probably 3 eggs for me and Bunky. And y'all probably know this about me, but I like to do a little spoonful of sour cream. Although Amber made ours with cottage cheese. Oh, yeah. And they were really good. So if we had cottage cheese, I would probably use that. Okay, not quite so much. Just a little dollop of sour cream. It makes them really rich and creamy.
I feel like you're being a little stingy there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all know that I'm a scrambled egg connoisseur, and I'm constantly trying to perfect the craft of my scrambled eggs. And something that I feel like I did not used to take seriously, that I started taking seriously over the past month or so, is getting a good whisk. I would kind of whisk them together, but there would still be, I don't want to use the word clumps because I feel like that's not a great word, but you know what I mean. I wouldn't get them really whisked. And I saw somewhere, a video, something, and they were talking about getting them so fluffy and frothy almost before you make them. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna start whisking them more.
Well, as you're whisking them, you're incorporating air into the eggs themselves, so that probably helps with the fluffification.
That's true. I will say the one thing I like more about an electric stove versus a gas stove is I do feel like it makes a better scrambled egg.
I think so too.
That is the absolute truth. And then I just start folding everything to the center. That way you get nice ribbons in there. Okay, but I also need to go ahead and get our cheese so that it can melt. So I just kind of tear it, put it in there.
Girl.
Bunky.
Every time.
Every time.
Every time.
Oh my goodness. They're insane. Y'all, these are the best croissant. You put a little bit of butter and honey on these. Goodness gracious. Is it not the best?
Oh, we're about to put some eggs and bacon on there.
That is some good scrambled eggs right there.
That cheese all up in there.
That, my friends, is a breakfast sandwich.
We may have overstuffed these just slightly. This is, it's 5 stars.
5 stars,
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
There's like, I know it's, you know, just a bacon, egg, and cheese croissant, but it's so good.
That bacon, egg, and cheese is so good. Like, it's absolutely delicious, and I would say better than Everyday Market. And I love that I get to make it from home and have the most amazing, delicious, buttery, flaky, highest quality croissant ever. And that is a huge reason we love our Wild Grain subscription box. If you've never heard of them, they are the first ever bake from frozen. That's hard to say. Bake from frozen subscription box for like sourdough breads and fresh pasta and artisanal pastries. Y'all, if you have not ordered one of these boxes, do yourself a favor. When I tell y'all that we devour our Wild Grain box, we are like waiting on pins and needles for our next one. And it's so cool because you can customize your box. You can pick what goes in there. And Wild Grain has different seasonal things, and they're always switching up and adding new items. They also have like limited time special items you can add to your box, so you're never gonna get bored. You can switch it up or just add your favorites in there every single time. And something that I love is that it's so not time consuming. Like, I know the whole process of like making sourdough bread especially is quite the process. You know, it's something Bunky and I kind of want to dip our toe in possibly this year, but I also know how I am, and I just don't know that sourdough making is the life for me. But this way I can still have the most amazing, fresh, delicious sourdough in less than 25 minutes, because every single thing that you order from Wild Grain can go from the freezer to your oven and be ready in less than 25 minutes. The other night we made spaghetti pie for the first time in forever, and Bunky and I both said it was the best spaghetti pie we have ever made. And funny enough, when I went to go make it, I did not realize that I was out of noodles, but I had noodles from my Wild Grain box, and so I was like, oh, I'll just use these. Y'all, the noodles were so fresh, and they were thicker, and they just had this like amazing texture and chew to them, and it made our spaghetti pie so good, like over the top. And I wanted to show you this. I just got it out of our croissant package. I love that every single thing tells you the ingredients. It also shares with you that it's vegetarian, there's clean ingredients, they're non-GMO, no artificial colors. With our croissants, they're made with real butter, so I know that I'm getting like the best, freshest, great quality ingredients. And something that I think is really cool that you guys will like is that unlike typical supermarket bread, Wild Grain uses a slow fermentation process that can be easier on your belly. It's richer in nutrients and antioxidants and can help lower your blood sugar spikes. So if you have not tried Wild Grain already, y'all, what are you waiting for? If you love breads and pastas and pastries like we do, you are absolutely going to love your Wild Grain box. And if you head down to my description box and click that link, you can use code Jessica30 and you are going to get $30 off your first box. Plus, you are going to get free croissants in every box for the life of your subscription. It is such a good deal. Y'all will love it, so I'll have that information down below for you. Don't you love how I still haven't got ready for the day? Like, I really should go get myself ready, but here we go.
It's only lunchtime.
Okay, now for lunch, I'm not gonna show you in detail because y'all have seen me make this 1,000,001 times, but Bunky and I are actually headed out of town tomorrow, so I am prepping my pasta salad. Y'all know, this is like, I basically eat this at least once a month in the summertime. I make it every single week. It's my favorite thing. And then Bunky just kind of adds his stuff in, but I'm making it today so that we can have like a little nibble for lunch. We're kind of having a really delicious dinner, so we don't want to eat anything too big, but we'll be able to take this on the road with us tomorrow and have a great little lunch in the car and not have to stop and eat out at a fast food restaurant. Anyway, Here is our pasta. I just did some bow tie. Use whatever pasta you want to. And then for pasta salad, it is the one time I will run my pasta under cold water after it finishes cooking because it will cool it off a lot faster. And with pasta salad, I don't mind if it's a little bit more tacky. It kind of like holds everything on there better, you know. Our chicken, I marinated in my very favorite Parmesan and roasted garlic dressing. If you cannot find this one, Kraft makes a roasted garlic dressing that I also use sometimes. But this is the OG original favorite. Every last drop of this.
Looks like you're gonna need some more there.
Every last drop I'm gonna add in there, which was like nothing. Never fear, I have a whole other bottle over here. So I like to kind of do this in layers, like especially for flavor. So I go ahead and add some of this dressing to my pasta so that it can hang out while I get everything else ready, and go ahead and start like soaking in all of that yummy flavor.
Got to account for the absorption.
Yes. I have an entire can of artichokes, and I just give them a really good chop, as you can see here. And I use the entire can because I love artichokes. If you don't, you know. You are filling the bowl there. Right. This part I have not prepped ahead of time. I gotta cut my cucumber. But I will say I like to almost like take some of the seeds out of the center of my cucumber because it makes it less like wet and slimy. And then it keeps the cucumber more like fresh and intact while it sits in that pasta salad. Just my little tip. You can see here how I kind of got those center parts out. Just discard that because that's what makes it more juicy. I don't know the right word. And then just add your cucumbers right on in here. And then next I'm gonna add in my chicken. Now I like to just go ahead and marinate my chicken in that same dressing and then just cook it on the stovetop. You can also do a rotisserie chicken if you like canned chicken, like use whatever you prefer. Now at this point I like to give it another little squeeze of our dressing, and then I'll go ahead and toss it. And of course I probably, you know, should have used a bigger bowl. And then last but not least, I add in a good amount of feta cheese. And then Bunky will add in like tomatoes and onions and all that good stuff. But this will be perfect for our little road trip tomorrow, and a great little snack for lunch today. What a day. I am back in my pajamas after this hair up. I feel like we're eating dinner kind of late tonight. But you're just busy today, and now here we are. But I'm so excited for tonight's dinner because this is a recipe I have seen float around the internet like for years, and it is something that I have always said I want to make that. Like it seems really easy, really good, and it's kind of like a high protein, low calorie kind of dinner, you know. And for some reason I have never made it until tonight, and Bunky said he's really excited too. So
I gotta provide a couple of comments on everything you just said.
Okay.
I feel like in our lifetime as a married couple, we have gone from eating dinner in the like 7 to 9 p.m. range,
which is terrible.
And then though we started eating dinner at like 5:30 because somehow we both got off work early there for a few years. But now we're at a good point. I think we're doing better these days.
I feel like we try and have dinner around 6:30 is what I would prefer.
Yeah, it's usually like 6:30 nowadays.
Y'all tell us what time you have dinner.
So there's that. And then as far as the fact that you've found this recipe and you've known about it for years, kind of disappoints me.
Because you want to try it?
Because I think I would have liked to have enjoyed and known about this for the many years that we have not been enjoying it. The good thing is that we are going to be able to try it now, and I think it's going to be delicious.
So with all of that said, we are making egg roll in a bowl. I feel like there's a couple different variations to this recipe, so if y'all make it different from how we're going to make it, you'll have to tell us what your variation is down in the comments. But I feel like this is also one of those recipes that's very simple and only takes like 20 minutes to like throw together, but the payoff is so good because the flavor in there is going to be so good. Bunky was like, we are not gonna go through we normally go through, because if y'all have been around here, you know I will try and cook everything in the smallest pan. I will try and mix everything in the smallest bowl, and then I always have to end up like dumping it into a bigger bowl. So Bunky's like, since we're throwing the cabbage in there with the ground beef, let's get the big one out. So here we are.
Like, it has the higher walls.
Yeah.
So I feel like it just protects your surfaces a little bit more. But it's
true.
also just generally larger, so it can really hold everything for you.
Yeah, for this recipe, I would say if you want it to be, you know, more on the healthy side, then get like a really lean ground beef. I think that you can use like a turkey, a ground turkey in this as well.
Yeah.
You kind of do you.
You could probably use ground like pork or chicken, because you know egg rolls have ground pork in them a lot.
Yeah, but we're just gonna use a lean ground beef. Also, by the way, I'm still rocking my Christmas jammies. I'm not quite ready to like quit them yet, so I keep rocking them. Anywho, so we're just gonna let this, see, if you saw our other video about the gas stove or the electric stove.
Yeah, we would have already been cranking.
We would have already been cranking. But anywho, we're just gonna let this ground beef cook as normal, like let it cook all the way through, then drain off the excess grease. Tell y'all about the slaw mix. So you can totally get a like head of cabbage and slice it really thinly and use that. If you want to add in like some shredded carrots, you can do it that way. If you want it to be very simple and easy, then just get a bag of like coleslaw mix, and we're just gonna dump that in there because it kind of has everything. And then to season it, you're gonna use like a soy sauce. We have the liquid aminos, which is kind of the same thing, so whichever you have. And then we're also gonna add in some minced garlic. Now you guys know I love like a Japanese barbecue sauce. It called for fresh ginger, also soy sauce, also garlic. So this kind of has,
it called for onion as well.
my recipe did not.
Mine, the one that I saw did. So
Bunky and I looked up 2 different recipes.
but what I thought was actually very perplexing is over here you have onion powder already pulled out for us
For
to
you,
use.
yeah.
So that's awesome.
Anyway, this has all of that in there, so I am going to do a little drizzle of the Japanese barbecue. This is like, you don't have to do this, but if you have ginger and you like that flavor, add your ginger in. Bunky's got scallion, green onion, he's going to add on top.
With some
That's going to be
chopped
really good.
peanuts on there too. So actually, I'm going to tell you about it in a little bit.
Okay.
Because you don't even know yet.
Okay. But to season our meat, we also have some sesame oil we're going to add in there. Some crushed red pepper flakes. I am going to do a little bit of onion powder, and then just some salt and pepper.
I do just gotta go ahead and say, by the way,
Tell me.
when I look at this cooktop, do you see any splatter?
No, but
This has just changed the game.
I see, because the pan. I was gonna say, anytime I cook in here, it's like splatter everywhere. We haven't used this onion powder in so long, it's like hard as a rock. Okay, so little onion powder in here. Now for our garlic, I'm gonna add in like a pretty good amount. If you want fresh garlic, I would do like 1 or 2 cloves, whatever your garlic preference is. But I want this to kind of soften up in there for a second before I add in the rest of our stuff. Now soy sauce going in. I'm probably gonna do like a tablespoon or 2 of this Japanese barbecue sauce. We'll just do like 2. Then our sesame oil. I love the flavor of sesame oil. Y'all probably know that about me. This is like my favorite flavor combo.
Well, it smells good.
Doesn't it? But if you want to give me our coleslaw.
Oh, the veg mix?
Yes.
Green cabbage, red cabbage, broccoli, and carrots, right?
Bunky love.
Oh, I know.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Trust me. And you know
Wait,
that
you have to try that.
the way to my heart, one of the ways to my heart, is through Asian food. Oh my gosh.
Is that not insane?
That is delicious.
Wow.
That is delicious. And once we just go in with the whole bag.
Yeah. Basically, you want this like coleslaw mixture to kind of like wilt down and soften. So if you pop a lid on there with your heat on low, it should do that. If you need to add like a splash of water to give it just a little bit of moisture, you can do that too. But you want it to be really like tender in there with that meat. Just for good measure, because we just put all that slaw in there, I'm just gonna add a little bit more of this liquid aminos.
You know, I was kind of chuckling to myself over here.
Why?
When you said,
2
You're
tablespoons?
like 2 tablespoons. Go ahead and put some more of that in
Okay,
there.
we'll do another one.
I was like, once.
Might as well.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pop a lid on this, probably for just like 2 or 3 minutes, maybe up to 5 is all it should take. so good. I was thinking, you can tell me if this is crazy, but like, could you put this over like ramen noodles? Wouldn't that be really good? I think it defeats the purpose because then you're adding like all these carbs to it.
Yeah.
But still be delicious.
Yeah.
So y'all saw Bunky chop us up a little bit of peanuts, and they're just our like dry roasted, you know, salted peanuts. But this is gonna give a perfect little like salty crunch. And then I'm not done actually. Because I love sesame oil, I want just one more little drizzle.
Oh yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, I see ya. So of course, similar to Bunky, we're going in with that crunch, but then we have the secret weapon.
The green scallion.
The green, oh my gosh.
And like Bunky was saying, the recipe that he looked up, they actually did use a chopped onion.
Yeah.
When they browned the ground beef.
There was an onion in it, but this is gonna make up for that for me, so I'm good there. But the thing that I was looking for at the store was, I thought that there was such a thing on the market as, so, you know, these are egg roll bowls, right?
Right.
I thought there was gonna be such a thing on the market as like wonton, like just strips.
There is.
I couldn't find them, I didn't see them.
Oh, but that would be really good.
I thought with this, so like we got the peanuts, so that's gonna be really good. Like that's making up for it to some extent. But you know, wonton wrapper is what you typically fry an egg roll in.
Yeah.
And I was like, if we could just get some wonton strips and like put those on here, I thought that would be so good.
Okay, so you're done with yours?
I am done.
Are you gonna add chili onion crunch or no?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and just give it a nice little taste real quick before I, you know, do anything else to it, because I just want to see what we got going here.
You know what I just realized?
What?
I was supposed to add hot sauce, and I forgot.
Were you?
It did call for like a couple dashes of hot sauce. I think it's fine though.
Oh my gosh, that's perfect.
Is it so good?
I love it.
Really?
But I love it. Like the vegetable, the slaw mix, still has some good texture to it, but it is softened a little bit.
Yeah.
So that cabbage is like perfect. The flavor of that Japanese barbecue sauce and the sesame oil, all of that stuff, and the red pepper flakes, the chili flakes, bringing just a littlest bit of heat.
Well, good thing I added those since I forgot the hot sauce.
Yeah, but the peanuts and the green onion are really, really good
That
too.
makes it for you.
I feel like that actually makes it. That is so good.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Like this needs to be made, like I could say, at least once a month.
Wow.
Our rotational list is like always ever growing.
Yes, but this is like a Bunky number 2 favorite.
This is a repeat. I was like, good, isn't it?
Oh my gosh.
It's perfect.
This is something I could eat once a week.
Now that's what I'm saying. I said once a month because I know it's not realistic for us to eat this once a week, but I would.
Bunky. It feels so like light because there's not like a rice, starch, pasta, whatever to it.
Exactly.
So it feels so light. But you don't miss that because the flavor is so incredible in there.
For sure.
And then I love the bite of the peanut. Like that's one of my favorite parts. But y'all, I feel like because we did not wilt down the coleslaw all the way, I like that still like held its texture and gives you a good crunch too. This is incredible.
It's so good.
Why did we wait so many years to make this?
I never saw it, but then you just kept it to yourself.
Apparently I did. All right, I'm gonna have this recipe down below in the description box for y'all. If you make yours a different way or add something that we didn't, tell us what it is because we wanna know like all the variations of the egg roll in a bowl. Also, do not forget to check out Wild Green. I also have that in the description box. You guys are gonna love it if you have not tried it already. As always, we would love for you to join our family. So before you leave, hit that subscribe button. Y'all give this one a thumbs up. We love you so very much and we'll see you in the next one. Bye y'all.